Bill Cosby returns to television with something new, own unique style.
You gonna be in there long?
Norton Furniture is here for you. Now, seriously, if you can't get credit in my store, you can't get credit anywhere. My name is Mark, and you can count on it.
540, join.
Join the fun. All have some.
Blow it up now, give it a whack. Turn up the fun with Balzac. Hit it.
Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show.
Later, you know what it is. Hey, ham solo. It's time, baby. Low. It's turn out we do. Hey.
They said we said we lit. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right.
Man, I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you on red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you Red Fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a Matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blitz. Cause you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today.
Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we lit. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Got a quick catch up today. Hopefully it won't be too long. Let's start off with Xbox announcing Forza Horizon 6 now has a new wireless controller and headset. This is the official stuff. If I'm going to be honest, the headset is slamming. I'm really feeling the headset. I'm not a fan of the controller. Maybe there's different angles. Let's see. Anyways, there's a video. No, I don't think we need to read an article about a new controller and a new headset. Let's just look at it and see what we think. Pink and purple still popping. Okay, according to these execs, still popping. I don't know. There's something about the controller that's just, it's not working for me. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just, like Matt says, friend of the channel, Matt likes games. Maybe like Matt says, I'm a natural born hater. I don't know. But I'm not feeling this controller. No. Welcome in, Rachie says, I would give it to a girl. You know what? Yes. This is what you give to your gamer girlfriend. And also, no offense to the guys that are feeling it. The Gina, welcome in. Good to see my favorite Texan after so long. I am well, the Gina. I am well. Manchester United will be making it to the Champions League next season. Unfortunately, right? God giveth and he taketh. Like, we're going to the Champions League, but most probably we're still going to have Carrick. Most probably we're not going to buy the amount of players for us to even survive in both the Champions League and the league next year. So it is what it is. We take the wins where we can get them. We take them where we can get them. It doesn't feel like a racing controller. Yeah, something off. I know, I'm sure someone saw the map. Someone saw the map on the controller and they were like, listen, this is gonna pop because it's got a map on it. But hold on, let me hold on. Yeah, someone saw the map on the thing, or someone slapped the map onto the controller, and they were like, this is gonna be good. I'm not feeling it. Bunty, wagwan, man, wagwan. Welcome. Smash the like button, everyone. Smash it the crap out of the like button. I'm not feeling the controller, and I'm happy that the chat agrees with me. Your message on the last live, specifically, what did you say, buddy? What did you say? Did I I think I missed it. Please send whatever it is that you say. If it's relevant, game news or whatever, send it, brother. Send it. Alright, here we go. Let's see the back of the controller. Listen, this song is nice. I hope I don't get copyright struck. I hope I don't get copyright struck. Alright, the back of the controller is decent-ish. I don't like the pink. But that's probably just me. Got an idea. Xbox should start selling $5 custom controller covers. Don't they already sell those, like on AliExpress, on Amazon and stuff like that? I don't know. The controller for Horizon 5 was lovely. I'm not exactly. Thank you. You know what? I'm very happy that the chat agrees with me. Not to say that I only say things because I want you guys to agree with me, but I'm happy that you guys agree with me. I'm happy about that. Controller is not for me. Yeah, exactly, Bunty. The headset, though. I'm a fan. I like this headset. I like it. Yep. I want this headset. You guys know where my Patreon is. Holla at your boy. I want this headset. Battery covers. You think people should pay $5 for these? Like these little thingies on the back of the Xbox controllers, these things? I don't know about all of that, brother. $5? Shit. Bunty says the message was based off of COD leaving Game Pass. I was saying it was the only game that is a year-to-year game. Yeah, you're right. It's the only big game that is a year-to-year game that was on Game Pass day one. Because technically, all the NBA games go to Game Pass like 6 months later. All the FIFA games go to Game Pass 6 months later. Technically, COD is the only like gigantic every single year game that comes out, and it was day one on Game Pass. Imagine you swap for a Halo battery cover anytime. I don't know, dog. $5 for... You're not gonna catch me, brother. You're not gonna catch me. Headset is okay, but no headset tops the Starfield. That is the GOAT. Yeah, the Starfield headset is hot. Yep, limited edition. Making so you guys are gonna have to pay crazy prices. Go ahead. Stanley Francois, ça va? Welcome in, brother. Smash the like button. Ça va? Game sold separately, obviously. Available on the May 19th. Yeah. Respect, man. Respect. I like it. Oh, what are the prices for this thing? Let's see. Controller. Pre-order. The controller costs $90 and the headset costs $135. This is only the second limb. Ah, man. Well, for anyone that's going to get these, enjoy yourselves. The controller is kind of ass in my opinion, but the headset is hot. I'm feeling the headset. It's cheaper than an $80 controller. Yeah. Nope, for my money. Faceplate should have been easier to replace. Yes. Dude, I think they would make a shit ton of money with the next Xbox, the next PlayStation. They need to make the faceplates for the controllers, whichever, both of them. Just make it easy for people to quickly just click it off, click it back on. Do that, you will make a killing. I know I would buy a crap ton of different faceplates for my controllers. I know I would do that. I wish they start making more wraps. Yeah, that would be good. That would be healthy for their financial bottom line, because we all would be paying for all of that. Let's be honest. So we're gonna keep it Xbox focused. We're moving on to the Xbox has revealed the next 10 titles coming to Game Pass, including Final Fantasy V. Microsoft. Okay, let's just go to the list. Little Rocket Lab. Never heard of it. Never heard of Little Rocket Lab. But one of the good things about the Catchup, right? Like I'm not trying to, oh my God, what happened to my fucking, jeez. All right, I'm not trying to be mean or anything to our other shows, but it is nice to be able to be like, you know what? I've never heard of Little Rocket Lab that's going to Game Pass. Let's quickly go to YouTube, right? And check it out. Let's see what it's about. Let's see if there's a trailer, see some gameplay. Alright, here we go.
He loves you.
So, okay, this guy's talking about some other shit. Okay, this looks like a review.
Little Rocket Lab is a factory building game where you come back to
Factory
your small
building
hometown
game.
to finish your late mother's rocket project. A member of
Finish your late mother's project, because we all know that parents don't be finishing shit, right?
an old rocket silo, but she's been letting everything fall apart and doesn't want to talk about it anymore. What makes this game interesting is that it mixes the whole
Yo, Bunty, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it. Bunty just gifted. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Count them. 10 TSWS gaming memberships. Bunty, thank you so much for the gift, and thank you for continuing to support TSWS. Really appreciate that, brother. This is also a good reminder for anyone that doesn't know. Hold on. Jesus, this is too loud.
Raw stuff into usable bars and plates.
Actually, you know what? Let's just get the audio off. For anyone that doesn't know, memberships are live, so feel free to smash the like button, subscribe, and support us through the TSWS membership tiers. We really do appreciate that. But if you can't, it's still appreciated if you follow and watch our live streams. It's always awesome. Me, Ham, Cozy, Matt, we're always on here having a good time. Guinness says, I played some of this. It's okay. It's very accessible factory game. I like mine a bit more hardcore with less story. Also, there's lots of story. That's my type of stuff. But I'm not a fan of this style of storytelling. I'm not a fan of this. Like where you have your tiny characters over here, and then the script is down here, and then you have like a proper rendition of what the characters maybe should look like. And games like this probably don't have like audio storytelling. Like from my experience with Replaced, I enjoyed Replaced. Replaced was a very good game. But my one complaint of Replaced, besides the graphics, was, oh my goodness, no audio like conversations or audio performance. Come on, guys, come on. That's why we have AI. Specifically, that's why we have AI. So yeah, factory building. I'm probably not going to check this out, guys. Like, no offense, I'm probably not going to check this out. Anyways, let's move on to the next game. The next game is called Sopa, Tale of Stolen Potato. Okay, hold on. Let me do something. Let me do something a little different over her. Sopa, Tale of Stolen Potato. Let's see. Let's share this tab instead. Alright, let's see what Sopa's about. There's an owl. Owl's always good. Sometimes an ordinary search. Another one of those games with no audio performance. In a universe with AI voices. Stories we leave behind. Nah, bro. Like, I'm getting this for my daughter. Most probably. I'm getting this for my daughter. Next, we have Vampire Crawlers. Ooh, I saw this. I saw this on... what was it? I saw it on the Xbox tab. I definitely need to look. I need to play this. I already downloaded it on Xbox. But ooh, okay. Enemy of the channel has already played it, Asmongold. I'm not going to click on it because I don't want to trigger anyone. Instead, we're going to go to IGN and watch the IGN sort of playthrough of Vampire Crawlers. This looks interesting. Already available. It's been available since April 21st. So you guys should definitely check that out. Rachie says, I love games like this. Put all the budget on story and mechanics. Oh, yeah, okay. That's fair. The graphics, that game is stunning. Yeah. I think we're talking about Replaced, right? I think we're talking about Replaced right now. There's a game on Steam called Heroes Adventure Road to Passion. It's like playing a full wuxia open world on the GBA. Heroes Adventure Road to Passion. Let me look for this. Hold on. I'm not gonna open my Steam right now because I don't want you guys to see my Guna library. What's it called? Heroes Adventure Road to Passion. Okay. Wait, hold on. Heroes Adventure. There we go. Road to Passion. Let's see what it looks like. I don't know, man. Is it really that good though? Is it really that good? Rachie. Like, what's the fighting like? I want to see what the battles look like. Is it turn-based or... Oh, hold on. Okay, so it's turn-based. Okay, this person has got a whole bunch of edits going in between the game. I'm just trying to see the fucking... Alright, here we go. Oh, okay, so you can learn. Oh, I can become IP man or IP man. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of put off by the graphics. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. Like, the same way I've always been consistent about, like, I'm not a fan of 2D games. I'm not saying I could never like this game, but the bar that it would have to clear for me would be pretty high, considering the graphics. And, oh my lord, beginner gaming. Stop exposing me, bro. Stop exposing me, please. Alright, let's get back to the games that are coming to Game Pass. Hold on, let me go back to that list. The next game that's coming out is Kiln. It's already out on the 23rd. Came out 2 days ago. We already know what the hell Kiln is. It's the game with like the pots and stuff, and no one really cares about the pots. I'm sorry for anyone that does care, right? I'm sorry. No one cares. Next is Aphelion. What is this?
Personal log. Ariane Montclair reporting from Hope One. Exploration mission.
Ooh, a black female protagonist. Ooh, this one's going to trigger some people. Oof.
To Persephone.
Okay. from Don't Nod.
The ship is gone. I managed to escape the wreckage.
Third-person
I'm alive
exploration.
somehow. But I've lost contact with my crewmate Thomas Cross.
Okay, we're going to
Our
rescue.
mission was clear: to understand whether this planet can support life.
Wait.
Whether it can...
Understand that this planet can support. Don't you guys have scanners in this world that people are going to different planets? What's happening?
save humanity from a decaying Earth. I don't know if I can salvage this mission. This planet. It's far more hostile than we anticipated. The weather
Did you guys hear that? Hostile, not hostile.
shifts without
Hold on,
warning.
hold on. Let me.
The terrain is sharp.
Hold on.
Than we anticipated.
Listen.
This planet. It's far more hostile than we anticipated.
Hostile.
The weather shifts without warning.
It does look
the
good.
The terrain is sharp and forgiving. Thomas, where are you?
It does look good.
I believed we'd face it together, side by side. I'm making my way across breathtaking landscapes and observing enigmatic phenomena. What a blast it would have been to study this planet together. Now, I'm climbing alone unstable terrain, braving magnetic storms, hoping to find you alive. I could tell that everything's fine, that I have everything under control, but you'd know I'd be lying. The truth is, I'm terrified. I'm still watching.
So are we.
Like Persephone knows we're here, like it never wanted us to be. I wonder if I'm ready for what we might discover. Thomas, if you hear this message, I want you to know that I'm sorry. We said things we shouldn't have. You're the one I'm fighting for.
Oh my goodness. Are they in love? We said things we shouldn't have. Hold on, lady. What? I thought y'all were colleagues. What is happening?
I want you to know that I'm sorry. We said things we shouldn't have.
What?
You're the one I'm fighting for.
She's fighting for him, not the entirety of the human race, just for him.
So hold on. I'm coming.
I'm coming too. This looks like a good game. April 28th. I'll pre-download this one. But I'll also jump right off it if it's mid. I'll jump right off it if it's mid. This looks great. She don't want to be competing either any other on that plan.
Personal log.
Okay.
Ariane Montclair reporting from
kiddo.
Hope 1.
Alright, buddy.
Exploration mission to
Alright,
Persephone.
where's the list? Next we have Trepang 2. We already know what Trepang is, so we know what Trepang 2 is. Next is Heroes of Might and Magic, Old and Era, no one cares. Sledding game. What is sledding game? It sounds interesting. Hold on. Let's see what sledding game is. Oh, come on. Nah, I'm good. Like we're not even checking out the trailer. The next game is Terra Tech Legion. Don't care. Really don't care. Next is Final Fantasy V. I don't care about any of the Final Fantasy games until they become 3D. And then, for anyone that might be curious, there's a couple games leaving Game Pass. So we have Citizen Sleeper, Creatures of Ava. Wow, Creatures of Ava. I always said I wanted to play that game, but then I never made time for it. Anyways, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, 2D Fighter. I don't care. Endless Legend 2, Goat Simulator Remastered, Hunt Showdown, NHL 24, Revenge of the Savage Planet. None of these games warrant me making a preemptive purchase using the Game Pass discount. So, yeah, that's the Game Pass news. Anyways, let's move on to this game, Tides of Tomorrow. This specific article is Every Choice Leaves a Mark, How Tides of Tomorrow Reinvents Consequence. I find this game very curious, right? Because they sold it as like an online game that has choice and consequences, and that's like, wait, what do you mean? because usually online games are like static things because they have to maintain consistent worlds for everyone that keeps hopping in and out. So how are you going to make a game that has consequence but is like a multiplayer game? So let's see. A bridge destroyed by your predecessor and repaired by you could give your successor an easy route out of town. A skittish grunt, aided rather than assaulted, could open the door to a safe escape. Offer up a kind donation to a less fortunate soul, and they might just know how to hide you when the plastic hits the fan. In Tides of Tomorrow, your actions in a flooded world overwhelmed by the reckoning of excessive plastic pollution can have far-reaching consequences. Excessive plastic pollution. There is no message in there for us to take. It's just a coincidence, guys. All right. Anyways, let's get into it. Tides of Tomorrow, through Tides of Tomorrow's intricate online story link feature, these actions, be they lawfully good for the greater good or for the good of nobody but yourself, can be seen by anyone and everyone. They affect anyone and everyone. You chart a path and leave a mark that any subsequent Tide Walker can follow wholeheartedly, work to put right, or twist to suit their own desires. Walk this waterlogged world, and just as you'll hear stories of your predecessor's exploits, whoever decides to walk a mile in your shoes will hear of your own. They can choose to do things differently or ride in your wake, trusting that you fought just as they did. Okay. So that's how it works. I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me check. I might be wrong, but I want to see. There must be like story examples here that are like showing us more or less what it's about. Not IGN. We're gonna lose subscribers if I put a video up of IGN. Y'all are too sensitive about IGN. I don't know what that's about. All right, let's see if there's a decent-ish trailer. What will you leave behind? Okay, so that's what they meant.
I'm sorry. We killed the world. We created this problem. We cannot fix it.
But you Tide Walkers are a light of hope.
There isn't enough for everyone.
Take the ozone, leave it for the next Tide Walker. Oh, that's how you affect it.
Nye introduced me to one of you Tide Walkers, yesterday.
Your friend was a real star.
That bastard helped Lex against
My last assistant was something of an eco-warrior.
You freed it, you fool!
What about you, Tidy? What do you believe in?
This is an interesting concept. Makes me want to play it.
Ayla, I want you to learn.
If you kill the world for me, I'll never forgive you.
You'll die for this.
Stop, guys.
Find your head.
Shit, no!
Careful. Believe and you will be saved.
This is utter madness! Come back to us!
So, where do we start?
If you trust mankind, what's left of it at least, work together, rebuild.
I'm a fan of the concept. I'd like to see how it plays out eventually, but I'm definitely a fan of the concept. Yes, we're watching a PlayStation trailer. Bite me. Ty, welcome in, brother. Welcome in. Yes, it does look good, dude.
Me and plastic.
And the story and how it
I'll be dead
affects
soon anyway.
the game is also very interesting.
We killed the world.
Very interesting.
We created this problem. We cannot
Anyways, let's
fix it.
move on.
But
Let's
you
move on.
Tide-
Tides of Tomorrow, it's available. Go out and get it. Next, we have Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, tops the Japanese charts, outselling the rest of the top 10 7 times over. So it's not just... Guys, this is what Tomodachi Life looks like. I feel like I need to put up a video. I'll read the article. I'll read the article, but first I need to put up the video. I want you guys to see what this game looks like. This is Tomodachi Life, guys. This thing is selling. It's outselling the rest of the top 10 7 times over. Like, I don't even care what the other top 10 are. I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm just saying this is what Tomodachi Life looks like. The Guinness says the game actually looks good, but man, the dialogue in that trailer was bad. If you kill the world for me, I'll never forgive it. Yeah, it is some teen drama stuff, but who do you think is writing these games? Who do you think is writing the stories for Tides of Tomorrow? Who do you think is writing those stories, bro? They used to be teen angst people. It's people like me and you, right? And not every single one of us came out clearly balanced. So it is what it is. Back to the story though. Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, is topping the Japanese charts, outselling the rest of the top 10 7 times. I hope this article specifies exactly who else is in the top 10. I'm curious. According to Famitsu's weekly software and hardware sales, the physical version of Nintendo, we're not even talking about like digital downloads. We're talking about the physical version of Nintendo Switch Life Sim sold 565,000 copies between its release on April 16th and at the end of the chart period on April 19th. So 3 days. This puts it well ahead of the second place game, the PS5 version of fellow new entry Pragmata, which sold only 36,000 copies. The Switch 2 version of Pragmata failed to make the top 10 in Japan. Pokemon Pocopia sold a further 19,000, bringing its lifetime total to 910,000 in Japan alone. While Mario Kart remains the Switch 2's best seller to date, with 2.9 million copies sold, including digital copies bundled with Switch 2 hardware. So here's the top 10 in Japan. Tomodachi Life, 500,000. 500 and something thousand. Pragmata, 36,000. Pokemon Pocopia, 19,000. Mario Kart World, 5,000. Minecraft, 3,000. Animal Crossing, 3,000. Doraemon Dorayaki Shop Story, 3,000. Animal Crossing again, New Horizons, 3,000. Nintendo Switch Sports, 2,000. Pokemon Fire Red, 2,000. Fire Red, sorry. Another 2,000 copies. That's wild. That's absolutely wild. Ooh! The Xbox Series X sold 223 consoles in Japan recently. That's wow. Yippee. Everyone throw your pom-poms. My wife was watching a program the other day and someone developed cancer because they had been internalizing their racism. This was the diagnosis of the doctor on the show. She bailed at the... I know you do not... There's no way you caught cancer because of that. There's no way that is even possible. Anyways, Tomodachi Life, guys, absolutely killing it in Japan. Absolutely killing it. Next, Crimson Desert has some updates. So it added difficulty levels, graphical improvements, and new storage items. I was on Instagram the other day, and I saw that they added some camera angles. So there's the God of War camera angle, and also there's like the Diablo camera angle. This game is just too much. This game is too much. But let's get into it. Version 1.04 is rolling out on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, with a Mac release coming at a later date. The main new addition is easy, normal, and hard difficulty options for players who want to make their journey less or more challenging. Easy mode reduces the amount of damage taken by the player, increases the timing windows for parries and dodges, and makes enemies slower, weaker, and less aggressive. I just want to say, maybe something is wrong with me specifically. You guys, chat, call me out if you guys think I'm being problematic here. I just want to say, I've played at least 40 hours of Crimson Desert up to this point, before this update. And I never once had a serious problem with fighting. The issue, for me at least, with Crimson Desert, well, it's not an issue, but the skill issue, the thing that I struggled with was the puzzles. And that's what I heard everyone else was struggling with. This feels like a problem that didn't need solving. Whoever is developing Crimson Desert, this felt like a problem that did not feel, that was not necessarily a problem. It wasn't a problem, in my opinion. If you don't believe it, you're... I guess I am, Raichi. Just think, though, that the cure is to let your racism out to get cat. Oh my lord. Yeah, just let it out, bro. Don't fight it. I agree. I found it difficult. I've not found it difficulty yet. Even the quarry, I heard that it was meant to be hell, but I didn't find it. No, the quarry was a piece of cake, dude. The quarry is huge. But there's no issue with the enemies, with engaging the, like, if you engage a specific corner of the base, right, from the outside in, obviously not from the inside out, because that's fucking crazy, but from the outside in, if you engage a specific corner of the base or of the quarry, only the enemies in that specific area will come for you. It's not the entire freaking quarry that's just gonna, it's not like a beehive and everyone comes for your ass. There's like 100 enemies in there. Sure, if they all came for me, I think I'd probably rage quit. But only that specific section will come for you, and then you can go for the next section and the next section and the next section. That's how I cleared the quarry. It was a piece of cake. Crimson Desert feels like Minecraft. They're expanding the game for everyone, dude. They're adding everything. This game is about to be the GOAT very soon. Anyways, hard mode, meanwhile, does the opposite of this, as well as reducing the length of time rolling, makes players invincible, and doesn't apply food effects until the eating animation has ended. Other new features include a number of new storage items, including the sturdy Gatherables chest, which has 1,000 storage slots, and the Cuckoo Cooler, which can store food items and ingredients which can be used for cooking, even if not in the player's inventory. Oh, okay, interesting. Developer Pearl Abyss says one of the other promised additions, the ability to replay boss fights, is still in the works and will be added in the future update. I mean, these guys, Pearl Abyss, man, fantastic work with this game so far. Great job. Alright, so these are the notes. Added the sturdy, Cuckoo Cooler, Gatherers, added an outfit storage feature to wardrobe, which can be placed through housing mode. Added the select house option, where you can change the layout of your house. Nice. I like it. Improved housing mode related UI controls. Added a function that allows all furniture items placed through the housing mode to be retrieved. Improved the gray main camp. Improved the observation features so the abyss artifacts can be earned when observing the skill. Improve the observation feature so that abyss artifacts can be earned when observing a skill that had already been acquired by using abyss artifacts. Very convenient feature, this one. Underrated. Improved the following items which were previously unstackable to now stack in the inventory: regular abyss gears, insects, fish, and animals. Added birds as pets. Yes, Also on Instagram, I saw someone with like a pet eagle. No, phoenix. It was a phoenix. Huge birds. Fucking huge. You can encounter these new companions throughout Pywell. Added the Sot Day of Bond. All right. Added new 5 types of cat pets. Improved the Abyss Hawkling so that it can become your pet. Added a function to change the names of horses and pets. Very nice. I always wanted to name my horse Roach. This is nice. Fixed an issue where cats could remain on player's shoulder indefinitely, contrary to intended design. However, considering that many Greymanes actually liked these cats' behaviors, we have added an item that allows cats to stay on the shoulder for a longer period of time. I mean, seriously, guys. Pearl Abyss, magic. Like, they fixed the bug, but they also noticed that, you know what, some of these freaks actually liked this bug. So let's find a way to make the bug a feature. I'm serious. This is the type of stuff that adds like 10, 20, 30 hours to the game. It's wild. Added a new exclusive one-handed weapon, the Sword of Starlight. All right. Added 2 new one-handed weapons. Added new tools. Armor. Changed the name of. Okay. Added a secret shop in Pororin where pet equipment can be purchased. So not only do you get a whole bunch of new pets, but there's now a shop. There's now a shop for you to buy like golden claws for your phoenix. Of course. Added additional outfits to certain shops. Improved the Cuckoo flame resistant armor. Added various ores. Reduced the amount of attack and defense gained from equipment reinforcement with grindstones and anvils. Oh, come on. So you're nerfing? Ah, that's fucked. Fixed an issue where the cloud card could not be called. Improved the prices of goods sold by Greymane NPC so they can be bought at a 10% discounted price. That makes sense. It makes sense. I'm a Greymane, they're a Greymane. Why would they sell me at the same price as randos? Added 13 new tattoos for characters, which is hilarious. It's freaking hilarious because unless you're putting a tattoo on your face, what are we doing? Because you're always going to be covered up. So what are we doing bothering with tattoos? But you know what? That's just me. Added a lock function that prevents selling or discarding of the selected item. Yes, just so I don't sell things by mistake. I do that all the time. Improved gathering and mining so that the quantity of items obtained is applied consistently. Improved resting in bed so that the player's character gets up immediately afterwards. Improved NPCs to show a wider variety of reactions to their surroundings. Nice. As part of ongoing visual improvements, replaced selected 2D visual assets to better align with the game's art direction. In the mission dispatch menu, the dispatch and repeat mission buttons have been separated, allowing selection between performing a mission once or repeating it. All right, there's a whole bunch of additions for controls, which I don't really care about. Oh, combat. Let's go. Adjusted overall balance for bosses, increased damage taken from elemental. Okay, slightly reduced damage dealt when hitting enemies with pillars or trees. You freaks are using trees to beat people up. Added new charging stages for Force Palm Pulse. What? The skill can be charged up to 3 stages with damage increasing progressively. Oh, fuck. I need to go back to playing Crimson Desert. Improved the overall speed of Examine. Much appreciated. Improved the speed of pushing or rotating objects during puzzles. Also appreciated. Improved follow-up attacks so they connect more quickly even when the initial attack is blocked. I don't know how I feel about that. Because if the attack was blocked, does it not make sense for the follow-up attack to be a bit slower because it got blocked? I don't know. Do you guys think? I don't know. It feels like that's the way to go with it. The Guinness says, I got to head off. Alright, but cheers. Have a good one. Smash the like button on the way out. Everyone remember to drop a like. Thank you, Guinness. Thank you. People playing the game say the waifus are good and they want to... Okay. Alright, I feel the game is following the gamer's desire over the dev's desire. I'm tired of directors making a game for them and not for the player. I'm the customer, not themselves. You know what, Raichi? Respect for this comment. I cannot disagree with this, dude. I cannot disagree with this. Pearl Abyss, like the way they're treating this game, clearly we are the priority. Clearly we are the main draw, and they understand their relationship with us, and they're not resentful about it. They don't have a problem with it. They're like, yo, gamers, let us serve you. That is how Game Abyss have been behaving since this thing came out, and it is heavily appreciated. Like their next game that comes out, like Crimson Desert 2 or whatever the hell that they decide to make, I'm probably just gonna buy it on principle. I know the game came out broken as all hell in the first week, but come on, they've been patching the crap out of it ever since it came out, and it's a totally different game today, and it keeps getting better. Improved attack, fixed an issue where the parry action after guarding would not trigger when a non-sword weapon was equipped as the primary weapon. Fixed an issue where charge could not be used with certain weapons. Improved force current so that Cliff no longer falls from ledges when using it. Thank you. Oh man, the platforming on this thing. What else did they change? UI fixes and improvements. Improve the inventory so that items can be viewed through category tabs. Improve the inventory UI so that grouped icons will show an icon with a representative image of the group. That's awesome. Separated the input options for ungroup and ungroup all items. Added filters and search function to the map. Dude, thank you. Improve the map and minimap so that the icons are displayed for obtained memory fragments. Improve the map and minimap to display well icons. Improve the minimap to display north. All right, cool. Improve the journal so that reward item information can be viewed. Improve shops buy menu to display the conditions required for purchasing deactivated items. There's graphics settings that were improved, but everyone knows I'm not the graphics guy here, so it is what it is. Stability and gameplay. Listen, as long as I get my 60 FPS, I'm good. Localizations. Fixed various localization errors and improved localization quality across all languages. All languages? All right. Others. What else? Tumbleweeds have been added to desert regions. It's a nice little touch. Fixed an issue where the display weapon setting was not applied properly in certain cutscenes and gameplay situations. Thank you. So now we don't have a situation where I deactivate the shield on my back. So when I'm playing, you don't see the shield, and then in the cutscene, the shield is back on. Thank you. Fixed an issue where the target location would display incorrectly when a bounty target quest failed. Oh my god. The bounty system needs a lot of work, so I'm glad they're giving it some attention here. Fix the bounty system so that if the player's bounty is too high to turn in a bounty target, bringing the target to the constabulary will trigger an arrest state instead of the handover cutscene. So if my bounty is $10 and then the other guy's bounty is like $6, I get arrested. But if my bounty is $10 and the other guy's bounty is $20, he gets arrested. Like it. I like it. Improved comrades' behavior so that they do not attack bounty targets. The amount of times I got frustrated when this happened. Fixed an issue where after completing certain quests, tracking of the subsequent quest did not trigger properly. Improve the journal to indicate whether a quest target has been dispatched on a mission. Improve the progress display for cumulative quests such as to the rescue. Fixed an issue where the game would occasionally close when retrying bosses as Damien or Unka. Fixed an issue where the character switch menu became available after completing a stage that automatically switched the player character. Fixed an issue where teleporting via the map while mounted on Blackstar caused Blackstar to become invisible or unable to move. Oof. Fixed an issue where Black Star would not move when summoned from a distance. Fixed an issue where an item was displayed incorrectly when reading a memory fragment with the lantern. Fixed an issue in the prologue where enemies would not recognize the player after the player rested in a bed. Fixed an issue that caused an infinite loading screen to appear if the player was caught cheating at Duel as Unka. Fixed an issue where NPCs were unable to pick up items they had dropped after colliding with the player. Fixed an issue where some outfits looked unnatural depending on the player's movements. Improved the display of the horse cargo so it no longer overlaps with shields. Fixed an issue where audio did not play properly in certain situations. Yeah, this happened to me several times. It killed the mood. Fixed an issue where the mission would fail if a bounty target was killed after being captured. So, okay, that happened to me a couple of times, but I didn't see that as an issue though. But technically, yeah, it doesn't feed into the realism of the game because you like they explain that you get less money if the target dies, but every time I killed the target, the mission would just restart instead of giving me the chance to fail to bring the target in alive and then get less money for the target. So yeah, it's a good fix. Fixed an issue where Greater Abyss gear could not be sold. Fixed various... Okay. Alright, so essentially, Crimson Desert continues to get better and better. That's good. That's good. I'm buying this game this holiday at 20 to 25% off. I still have some Game Pass months left. This patch note has more stuff than Starfield in 2 years. I'm telling you, bro. That's why I took the time to actually go through and read it. Because I was like, wait, how much did they actually put in? My goodness, that was a lot. And I didn't even read the whole thing. But that was a lot of updates that they put into the game. Shout out to Pearl Abyss. Long may they continue to make that game a awesome experience. I hope it becomes like a Game of the Year contender, honestly, because it deserves it, in my opinion. I just remembered that I still haven't watched Matt's video on the game drain, so let me see what Matt said. Let's watch Matt's video. What's the latest video? Game Pass price cuts. That's the latest one. Let's see what Matt's got to say on the game drain. Shout out to Matt Likes Games. Everyone, please make sure. Ooh, I'm not subscribed. God damn it, y'all make sure to subscribe to the game drain, people. Subscribe to a friend of the channel, the game drain. All right, go to the channel right now. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Anyways, let's hear what Matt has to say. Hold on, let's put the volume on blast.
Everybody, and welcome back to the game drain. My name is Matt.
What's your name, buddy? I can't hear you. What's your name?
Matt, I do like video games, and in today
he licks video games. He's trolling us. He licks them. He doesn't like them. He licks them.
His video, I figured I'd just do a little. I don't know
Rachie,
how long the video's gonna be.
Stop
just
judging
a little
me.
bit of talking about the Game Pass price changes. This time in a good direction, not going up, but actually going down. Let's go ahead and talk about that.
Let's do that.
I'm sure a lot of you have probably heard by now or seen, and if you haven't, then here you go. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is updating its price. It's going to go from $30 a month down to $23 a month. $22.99 is the new price for Game Pass Ultimate. They're also announcing that they're dropping the price of PC Game Pass from $16.49 to $13.99 a month. Prices may vary by region, of course, whatever. But if you remember, about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, Asha Sharma, the new CEO of Xbox, tweeted out something like Xbox Game Pass is too expensive.
Yeah.
And at the time, everyone was like, yeah, that's a really cool sentiment, but please do anything about it. And myself included. I'm like, yeah, you're kind of right. But also, if you're not going to do anything about it, don't say anything. It turns out they did something about it. And this price update does come with changes. In fact, I'll highlight it here. But there's no longer going to be day one day and date Call of Duty games launching
Call
in
of Duty.
Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. And I got to be completely honest with you guys. And and this is just my honest opinion real quick.
Let's go.
I don't care. I can't stress that enough. I really don't care. It was cool. Like, it was interesting. It was cool.
Yes.
To not have to buy.
We don't care. No one cares. Take it. Take it and go. Take it and go. Get the fuck up out of here with your Call of Duty. Go away. Go away.
I Call of Duty when it came out. Like, that was cool. But here's the thing. If what Call of Duty is going to be releasing
Call of Duty
going forward is things like Black Ops 7, like the level of quality of Black.
So I don't know if we're talking. I think we talked about this on Bull Sitting. I think we talked about this on Bull Sitting. Watching Matt lose his shit talking about the campaign of Call of Duty was hilarious. That was perfect. It was perfect. Talking about knives falling down and LSD, that was amazing. Obviously, I'm never going to install it and try it until they fix the always online thing about the campaign. But besides that, oh, it was hilarious. It was freaking hilarious.
Top 7. Then I quite frankly don't even want to see that pop up in my library.
Yep.
I don't want to see it pop up in my library. I already know it's going to be promoted to me. I just don't want to see it. There was a point in time where I was a very big Call of Duty fan.
Call of Duty.
From like Call of Duty 4 to about Call of Duty Ghosts, I was in. Every year I was in. And
I was never in. With Call of Duty, I was never in. I think I enjoyed like 1 or 2 of them. But I was never that guy that like every single year, let's get Call of Duty. No, it wasn't me. Especially after I figured out, wait, so essentially the campaign is to train me to then spend the rest of the year playing the online. Okay, cool. I'm never buying this thing again. You know, like unless it's on sale, and it's never on sale. So it's like, all right, I think I'll be okay. I think I'll survive not getting 6 to 9 hours of the COD tutorial campaign. I think I'll be fine as a gamer.
Whatever the hell's going on with Call of Duty now, I quite frankly want no part of it. So I'm honestly not mad at all that they're dropping Call of Duty. It doesn't surprise me just from a business standpoint that they're dropping Call of Duty from Game Pass Ultimate. Because, let's be real, Game Pass Ultimate going from $20 a month to $30 a month, I'm sure a big portion of that, maybe not all of it, but a very big portion of that was almost certainly to do with recouping money on losing sales for Call of Duty because it's in a service.
Yes.
So now it's not in the service. You don't got to try to gouge that money out of your subscribers to make up for what you're losing on sales. Honestly, thank God. Yep. I don't got to see the game in my library anymore.
Yep.
And I guess it's a win for Microsoft as well because they get to go back to making money on the sales of Call of Duty on their platform.
Yep.
And if I'm being honest, this is actually better than I thought it would be. Because
how is it better, Matt? How is it better? Because I feel like better would be if they brought the price all the way down to what it was before the move to $30. So it should have gone all the way down to $19.99, not $22.99. It should have been $19.99. Even though I'm the guy that says that I would still pay for Game Pass even if it was $60, because in terms of value, we all buy at least one, or what? Either we buy at least one game a month, or we all buy cumulatively $60 or more dollars, right, on different games, on sales on Steam or whatever. So even at $60 for me personally, Game Pass still has value.
Asha Sharma a couple weeks ago, she mentioned that Game Pass was too expensive. I assumed best case scenario. First of all, I assumed, well, she's gonna say that and they'll probably do nothing.
Yeah.
But the best case scenario,
because you know CEOs, they just talk stuff and then they don't do anything. At least not in our favor, right?
Is she says that and then they make a tier without a Call of Duty,
and they
price it at $24.99 a month, and it's like, Well, there you go. Now,
what's this? I don't understand Black Ops 7. I believe the dumb Microsoft team said people like Black Ops. Let's just make Black Ops titles moving forward. Listen, they're going to learn. They're going to figure out that if you want to get the normies in, at least for the campaign, which I don't think is really their focus, and that's also fine. That is also fine. But if you want to get the normies in for a first-person campaign, you're going to need to double whatever it is that you're doing now. Don't be giving people 9 hours, 6 hours. You're going to have to double it.
Now it's cheaper and you guys can shut up. That's what I expected would happen.
Yeah.
What they did was they said, there's no Call of Duty tier, and we're dropping it to $23 a month. So, better than I expected, especially for me, because I don't care about Call of Duty, like I said, anymore.
Call of Duty.
And here's the thing. Again, from a business perspective, anybody who's excited about Call of Duty every year, anybody who looks forward...
Yeah, he's right. He's right. Anyone that's a Call of Duty fan is buying Call of Duty every single year. It just is what it is. Just like FIFA. It's just like FIFA. It's why EA won't put it day one on the EA service. FIFA what's the other game? NBA as well. They'll never do that. Madden, they'll never do that. Because the people that are dedicated to those franchises are buying the new one regardless.
To the yearly release of Call of Duty. Anybody who that's their game for the year is buying it.
Yes.
They're not playing it in Game Pass. They're just not. Like, that's not the person who's playing that in Game Pass. The person who's playing Call of Duty in Game Pass is the person...
It's me.
Like me. Like, when Black Ops 6 came out, I thought Black Ops 6 was great. I played it for 2 or 3 months, and then I was completely done with it. But that's not the person that they're looking for in terms of sales of Call of Duty. There's a lot of people who make Call of Duty the game that sells the way it does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true. If you want people to try COD on Game Pass, give people 1,000 gamer score for the campaign alone and 1,000 for multiplayer. My dude, 1,000 just for the campaign? I'm down.
And I'm not one of them. And those people are not subscribing to Game Pass to play Call of Duty. Those are the kind of people who are just going to play the game. They're going to buy it full price and play the game. Whether that's buying the standard edition at $70 or buying the Vault edition to play early and whatever extra stuff that the Vault edition comes with. But you're losing money not from the people who would buy that game anyway, but from the people who are kind of on the fence each year. Like with Black Ops 7, I'm not on the fence at all. I'm so far off that fence. I don't care. Black Ops 6, I was like, this looks pretty cool. And it was pretty cool, but then I stopped playing it. But here's the thing. If it wasn't in Game Pass day one, would I have bought the Vault Edition to play that early? Maybe. I might have.
I know I wouldn't.
But the thing is, I didn't have to because it was in Game Pass. All I had to do was buy like an upgrade and I played it, and they got $30 out of me for the upgrade, as opposed to getting the full $100 out of me. I'm sure Microsoft's looking at that like, listen, not enough people are subscribing to Game Pass to play Call of Duty to justify us losing that $70 difference. But guys, what do you think? I mean, personally, I'm pretty stoked about this. And honestly, it's a win-win for Microsoft because here's the thing. Like, not to cut Microsoft too much slack here. Here's the thing.
Come on, Matt. Cut them some slack. We know you're going to do it. Come on.
They get to lower their price and garner some goodwill from the community
and make more money. But
also they're still charging more than the $20 that they were charging initially before they increased the price. So it's like they increased the price to $30 and then brought it down to what the actual price increase probably should have been. But it's good PR for them, and honestly, I can't lie, it's a lot better than paying $30 a month. And it comes at a really good time for me because my Game Pass Ultimate is about to be up at the end of the month. So I'll just renew. Hopefully they'll have like the 3-month codes by the time I go to renew. If not, then I'll just re-up for the month. Whatever, no big deal. But guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments.
Alright, I wanted to fight Matt. I wanted to fight him. But clearly there's no reason to do so. Matt has some... He has some common sense, people. Make sure to subscribe to his channel. The Game Drain. Make sure to subscribe to Matt's channel. It's called The Game Drain. Rachie says, I don't like shooter campaigns where you get 100 gamer score for going above and beyond in the campaign and need to spend 1,000 hours to unlock the 900 gamer score in the multiplayer. Fair. Fair. Very fair. All right, so that was Matt on the Game Drain. Make sure to like the Game Drain, and also Matt Likes Games. He has his own channel as well called Matt Likes Games. We're gonna go from one friend of the channel to another friend of the channel, Mr. Taye Talks. His last video was 3 months ago, so this is us calling him out. The title is Why Everyone is Excited for the Expanse Osiris Report. Who's everyone, brother? Who's everyone? Let's hear him out. Let's hear him out.
Excited for this game. 1. Fans of The Expanse.
I still haven't watched The Expanse. Cozy said The Expanse is one of the best shows, period. And we're not talking about, the best, was one of the best sci-fi shows. No. She said The Expanse is one of the best shows, period, all time. And I was like, yeah, one day I'm going to watch The Expanse. One day still hasn't showed up. Oh shit, I need to watch it. Anyways, let's
For the fans of the acclaimed science fiction novel series written by James S.A. Corey, The Expanse, and the popular TV adaptation developed by Mark Fergus and Hawk Otsby, The Expanse video game developed by Alcat Games represents something the fans of the franchise, or fans like me, has been waiting for years.
I remember playing the Telltale game of The Expanse. That was good. It was pretty decent.
The chance to step in, live, interact, and explore its deep, politically complicated universe. But why the excitement? Well, the appeal of The Expanse is excitement.
Hold on. Dude, this guy did not go well. Like, brother is not having a good time. Shit. Fuzzy, welcome in. Smash the like button, Fuzzy.
Well, the appeal of The Expanse has always been its grounded, believable future. A solar system shaped by political tension, class divides, cultural differentiation, physical discrimination, and human ambition. Earth, Mars, and the Belt feel alive because they're built on realistic consequences. Consequences that stem from real-world problems and decisions that we can map onto our own universe. Therefore, The Expanse's universe and its contents feel real. And if the universe and its contents feel real, it's easier to form a bond or connection with the people or species that inhabit that universe. And Osiris Reborn...
I don't know, man. I don't... Okay, cool, sure.
Born is promising to let you, the player, navigate and explore that world firsthand. You get to make decisions that pertains to life or death for potential crew members in the wider world.
Mass Effect. I miss games like Mass Effect. I really do.
You get to choose murky alliances that aid you in making those controversial decisions. And of course, you'll be dealing with the fallout of those consequential choices. Something that the fans of the books and TV show have grown accustomed to while traveling with the Rocinante. So Osiris Reborn for the fans is their first step in truly exploring this universe in a way they've never experienced before, in a way no other medium can convey. It's their first time actually living and being a part of that universe. And that's a feeling that's hard to describe, but the fans will know exactly what I mean.
Next up, sci-fi RPG fans.
Exactly.
A hunger for a new narrative.
Exactly.
Deep narrative.
So much modulation in this video. He clearly loves The Expanse. Clearly, bro. Clearly, he's a fan.
Moving on from The Expanse fanbase, Osiris Reborn is grabbing the attention of sci-fi RPG lovers who've been waiting for a new universe to step into. In terms of previous releases, we have
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky gave you a...
Oh my god. This thing was supposed to be amazing. I know there's a lot of people that say that No Man's Sky is amazing. But I was so bored. I was so just... Oh, fudge. No Man's Sky. So disappointing.
Sandbox galaxy to play with, but lack the pillars to form a rich narrative-driven story.
There's no pillars. There's 0 pillars. It's just, here's a sandbox, roll around in it. Fuck you, bro. Make a game, alright?
Story that kept you invested.
Next up, Starfield.
Starfield had the backdrop.
Starfield had more potential. I enjoyed Starfield way more than No Man's Sky, but those loading screens sucked.
Foundations you would expect from a Bethesda or Mass Effect game, but it lacked those meaningful character choices that made you feel invested in its people or universe. And it also relegated its political tension and class divide to the background, leaving the story beats feeling somewhat plain. And while James Olsen's Exodus is around the corner and shows a lot of promise, a well-executed game that ticks all the boxes is hard to achieve. And because success from a gamer's perspective is never guaranteed, the more the merrier.
Yep. The more Mass Effect likes, if we can get more games like Mass Effect, the better.
Unfortunately, that hasn't been the case as of recent. Big budget sci-fi RPG games with meaningful player choices have become increasingly rare over the years, with fantasy leading the
non-existent, I would say. I would say non-existent, not even rare.
Charge. And yes, the sci-fi we've received might have better shooting mechanics and flashier visuals, but that's a misunderstanding of what the fanbase actually wants.
Yep.
They want complex characters. They want moral dilemmas. They want expansive stories. They want branching storylines. They want mature themes. They want all this in a universe that reacts. Again, I said this some time ago. Mass Effect fans will forgive you if you come with a great story and average gameplay. Mass Effect fans will eat you alive if it's vice versa.
Yep.
Because if it's vice versa, are we really playing a Mass Effect-like game?
And it's crazy that the bar is still Mass Effect. Still. All these years later, the bar is still Mass Effect. Like, I can't think of another game or another genre that is dominated by a game that old that is still the bar. Like, everything else, the bar has moved to something more recent. I can't think of another genre. Chat, tell me if you guys can think of anything else. Name me a genre where the bar is a game that's 20 years old, 15 years old. Most of the games that are like held up as like, yeah, this is the bare minimum. Like, this is the best of the best for this specific genre. Most of these games are more recent. Mass Effect is just, I don't know, man. Or maybe space is just hard to make games for, or movies and shows. Cozy said something about that as well a couple of months ago. There's something about the vastness of space that makes it so daunting to make any type of like universe around, or game or entertainment medium around. There's just something about space.
Next up,
Mass Effect.
One of the loudest conversations around the Expanse Osiris Reborn comes from Mass Effect fans, and for good reason. Crew-based gameplay, cinematic storytelling, dialogue choices, romances, and a third-person combat immediately evoke memories and feelings.
I don't know, man. Can you really do romances in spacesuits? Well, I do. There's still Andrasia, so actually there's Mass Effect. Scratch that. Pretend I didn't ask that question. Then let's go back to the
of BioWare's iconic trilogy. Many players see Osiris Reborn as a potential spiritual successor, wrapped in a new experience that
It's a spiritual successor only if it succeeds. Because if it fails, it's just another attempt at Mass Effect. That's all it is. We'll see if it succeeds. The hell? Hold on.
understands what made Mass Effect special, but it does differ. While Mass Effect is more expansive, the Expanse's universe is more grounded. A grounded universe limits the amount of alien races, combat opportunities, and potential conflicts between warring groups that can occur. I would actually point to James Olsen's Exodus as more in line with Mass Effect, at least from a backdrop point of view. But then I would ask you, what are the components that make a Mass Effect-like game, and can you list those components?
What makes a Mass Effect-like game? It's obviously set in space, making life or death decisions for your companions and for entire like outposts, races, etc. Compelling outposts and races, etc. So that when you make these choices, it's actually a real conundrum. What else? A rich selection of options. Like, I don't want to just make a choice of like Renegade, Paragon. When I choose Paragon, I need to feel that I chose Paragon. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, the way the dialogue was written in Mass Effect and the way Shepard would deliver it, male Shepard. I always played as male Shepard. And I know a lot of people talked about female Shepard. I always played as male Shepard. But the way it was delivered, the tone, the specific words, it was delivered pitch perfect. So I think the writing also is crucial to make a proper Mass Effect spiritual successor. And finally bring us something else besides Mass Effect that's actually good.
To ask me, I would say it's a narrative-driven game where relationships matter.
Yes.
Choices carry weight and the story unfolds depending on the decisions you make.
You could say this exact, like everything he's describing, you could say the Outer Worlds 2 has everything he just said, but it's not delivered well. Like, most people did not gravitate to that universe. Most people did not gravitate towards the antagonists, towards the protagonists. Most people didn't really care that much about the Outer Worlds 2. The design, the color palettes, something was definitely off. Like, I enjoyed the game, but you look at popular reception, clearly something was off, right? We need to be able to divorce our own enjoyment from the global conclusion, right? Like, I love Football Manager, but I know I can't sit there and talk about Football Manager as one of the Game of the Year contenders, even though I have 1,000 hours put into one Football Manager game, and I'm going to do the same thing next year. You know what I mean? So Outer Worlds, I think, is a good example of like, oh, here's your here's your checklist of what makes a Mass Effect like. Go and make a Mass Effect like game, and then you fall face first. You fall face first. So there's no real guarantee following the checklist. You need male Shepard to be with Tali. So there you go, Richie. There you go. The hair model looks so bad in Outer Worlds too. The hair model wasn't great, but I wouldn't point to just the hair model. A lot of these games, they don't fail because of one specific thing. It's always a conglomeration of things. It's always, the same way Mass Effect is like awesome, not because of one specific thing. It wasn't the suicide mission that made Mass Effect blow up. It was a whole bunch of things that added up and gave us a trilogy of masterpieces. I prefer Alpha Protocol over Outer Worlds. Alpha Protocol is like, and again, right? That's a game from back in the day, and that also is not like a space, a game in space, but it's still a choice-based RPG. So I'll allow it.
In a rich lore universe, because I would argue.
Excuse me, I think I have a bit of a flu.
A non-sci-fi game that has these components feels more like Mass Effect than, let's say, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. But let's move on. And that's it. As per usual, let me know your thoughts below.
Yeah, good video. I'm already subscribed to him. Like, let's shit talk him. Let's shit talk him. What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? That checklist does not guarantee success. Just ask Outer Worlds 2. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Alright, let's get back to the articles. Kind of neglected the articles there for a bit. Busy listening to these videos, watching these videos from friends of the channel. The next one is Nintendo are getting sued, everyone, by players who say they should get any tariff refunds received by the US government. So, in April 2025, after delaying Switch 2 pre-orders because of US economic uncertainty, Nintendo announced that Switch 2 accessories would see a price increase in the United States due to changes in market conditions. This quote, like, everyone should get a t-shirt for this one. Due to changes in market conditions. Like, everyone knows the prices aren't coming down as soon as the market conditions stabilize. It's never coming down. Tough tits. You know, it is what it is. While the hardware itself didn't get a price increase, the Switch 2 Pro controller, Joy-Con 2 controllers, charging grip, wheel set, camera, dock set, carrying case, and AC adapter all saw their prices rise by $5 to $10 each. Then in August 2025, Nintendo increased the price of the original Switch hardware in the United States, with the Switch Lite becoming $30 more expensive, the Switch becoming $40 more expensive, and the Switch OLED becoming $50 more expensive. Nintendo's price changes were widely attributed to US President Donald Trump's decision to impose sweeping tariffs on numerous countries and later pause some of them, except for a sizable tariff on China, where tech products are often manufactured. After the US Supreme Court found that Trump didn't have the power to invoke the tariffs last month, Trump didn't have the power to invoke the tariffs, last month Nintendo, as well as more than 1,000 other companies, sued the US government for refunds when it considered illegal implementation of the tariffs. As a result of this, two legends, let me correct that, two legends, Gregory Hoffert from California and Prescient Sharon from Washington, are suing Nintendo, claiming any money recouped from tariff refunds should go to consumers. Common sense. Common motherfucking sense. And if there's any justice in this world, Nintendo will either drop this suit and take the L, or they will agree to pay their lawyer, their legal ninjas, right, to fight the US government to get money so they can turn around and pay us the money back. Well, not us, but gamers, because I'm not a Nintendo guy. Never have been. Well, not never have been. I was back in the 90s, and then PlayStation came around, and I kept it pushing, right? But a lot of people stayed back in 1995. That's why Nintendo is still what it is. Anyways, point is, if there's any justice in this world, let Nintendo win this lawsuit against the US government and then turn around and have to pay gamers, because that's what's fair. As reported by GameFile, Hoffert and Sharon are arguing that because the tariffs led to an increase in the price of Nintendo hardware and accessories, if Nintendo gets refunds on these tariffs, it will essentially have made extra money from customers. Quote, unless restrained by this court, Nintendo stands to recover the same tariff payments twice, once from consumers through higher prices, because they charged consumers more money, and again from the federal government through tariff refunds, including interest paid by the government on those funds, the lawsuit says. The suit quotes Nintendo CEO Shuntaro Furukawa, who confirmed to investors in May 2025 that tariffs would have direct impact on the price of its product. Oh, these guys are legends. These guys are awesome. Quote, our basic policy is that for any country or region, if tariffs are imposed, we recognize them as a part of the cost and incorporate them into the price. Furukawa is quoted as saying, Nintendo must be really upset about this because logically speaking, I can't see a judge that's not going to side with the gamers. I cannot see a judge that's going to do that. It makes too much sense. It really just makes too much sense. What's this? We raise our prices. Guess is for Nintendo tried to double dip. They charged more money worldwide except Japan. Exactly. Which is fine. I think that's fine. I think it's fine for every government. Sorry, not government. For every country, no, company. My bad. I think it's fine for every company to take care of home base. So Xbox, for example, the Xbox consoles should be cheaper in the US. They should be, the cheapest place to buy Xbox consoles should be in the US. So if the next ones are $1,000 in the US, they better be more expensive outside. And if they're $500 in the US, they better be more expensive outside. PlayStation, same thing. PlayStation should be cheaper in their home country. Samsung, if you live in South Korea, it should be cheaper to get Samsung phones. The same way, and I know this for a fact because I have friends that lived there and have confirmed this with me. If you live in Germany, BMWs, Audis, and Mercedes-Benz, super cheap compared to trying to buy them outside of Germany. The same way, if you go to the UK, you want to buy a Landy, it's probably cheaper than buying it anywhere else in the world. It just makes sense. So I'm not against them charging people more money outside of their country, but this situation with the tariffs in the US was very specific, and now that it has reverted, they're going to have to pick which L they're going to take. They're either going to have to leave the money with the US government or give the money to the gamers, but they're not taking that extra money. That's not happening. It's not. Anyways, let's move on. The next one is Vampire Survivors developer is working on 15 projects, including IP collaborations. It's amazing. Like all these indie devs or these small devs, these small flexible groups, I wish them all the best. I wish them all the best. We were just talking about Vampire Crawlers just now that I'm gonna play as soon as I get off this live stream. They're apparently, besides Vampire Crawlers, apparently they're working on more. 15 more projects to be specific. Since its release in 2022, Vampire Survivors has surpassed 27 million players according to Ponko. It also won Best Game at the 2023 BAFTA Games Awards. This week, the UK-based studio released a deck builder spin-off, Vampire Crawlers, but according to Chief Strategy Officer Matteo Sapio, there's a lot more going on behind the scenes. Speaking to the game's business, Sapio said Ponko was reinvesting Vampire Survivors' success into 3 types of games: spin-offs like Crawlers, original IP titles, and new Survivors games based on known IP like Warhammer 40k. For the Emperor. The Emperor protects everyone. Do not forget, the Emperor protects. To help achieve this, it's expanding with studios in Japan and Italy, which Ponko says will help it collaborate with local companies. However, the company has paused its publishing business, which last year put out third-party games like Kill the Brickman and Berserk or Die. Quote, Vampire Survivors came from a solo developer, Sapio said. It was Luca Galanta who made a game for him and his friends. Vampire Survivors exploded, and in 2 or 3 months, it sold more than 1 million copies. Luca's yachts are video games. So instead of buying a yacht, He made the Emerald Beyond DLC for Vampire Survivors with Square Enix, which we released for free. Things grew organically from there. Sapio said it will continue to release new Survivors games based on other IP in the future, some developed by Ponkel and others such as the upcoming Warhammer Survivors built in collaboration with other studios. Hold on. Do we have a trailer for this Warhammer Survivors? Hold on. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, guys. Like, listen. I love Warhammer. Oh. There's a trailer for Warhammer Lord have mercy.
We's calling a war! The humans have smashed their way onto our turf. It looks like they brought some proper snazzy kits to the fight. Some fight proper sneaky. The big boss of the blue kits is here with his claws, but that's nothing on our power claws. Boy, look at this one. He thinks he's dead hard in his battle wagon, but wait till the boys crack him open. Oh look, it's old Baylor. But ain't nobody meaner than all. Nah, not him. Yeah, him. The biggest, meanest, Gascon Magorok Thracker, prophet of Gork and Mork. Wah! Let's have it!
Yeah.
If there's one thing in filmmaking that's almost as important as writing and directing,
it's definitely a thing. Warhammer Survivors is definitely a thing. Alright. I'm looking forward to it. Nintendo. Okay. Hold on. A lot of people came to us and said, let's do a collaboration with Survivors. He explained Survivors seems very simple with simple graphics, but it's actually quite complicated. If we have knowledge of the IP, we will make the game ourselves, but a lot of times we don't. If you have an IP, for example, Warhammer 40k, which has decades of story and lore, we don't want to risk disappointing the fans. So we made an engine called the Vampire Survivor engine, which is a kind of template with all the Vampire Survivor juice inside, and we're giving English is probably not this person's first language. We're giving it to people that we consider the IP guardians. Continuing the quotes, our idea is to have little teams of people, 5, 10, 15, working on different projects, he said. The structure will be, we will have a designer, a bunch of producers, and this little team that's agile and flexible. That is how we think we will maintain this spirit, because what is the indie spirit? It is mainly freedom and taking risks with ideas. We don't want to be AAA or AA. We're efficient with costs. We don't take useless risks. We invest in people. So with 15 projects, one can fail, one can go good, and you balance that. I mean, we've been saying this for years, guys. Scale. It's just about scale. But no one wants to listen. Fun fact, Commissar Yarrick is immortal because the orcs believe he cannot die. And you know, the more orcs believe anything, the more real it becomes. So I guess he is immortal. The luckiest prick in the entire universe, Commissar Yarrick. Anyways, let's move on. We're moving on to Mind's Eye. The studio staff takes legal action, saying management installed invasive surveillance software. I don't know. Management wanting to surveil their assets doesn't sound problematic. Maybe after we get into the article, we're gonna find out what the problem is. But I don't know. It doesn't sound terrible. It doesn't sound terrible to me. Let's go. As reported by game developer The staff, led by members of the IWGB Game Workers Union, claimed the management installed surveillance software called TerraMind onto their hardware and weren't transparent about what data it was storing. The union says the TerraMind software was removed from employee devices in March following a collective grievance against the company was signed by 40 employees. It's alleged, however, that management refuses to disclose what data was collected from the employees and how that data was stored, as well as the reason for its installation in the first place. I don't know, man. Like, usually I'm not in favor of defending the management of Mind's Eye, but this sounds like SOP. It sounds like standard operating procedure. I don't understand what the issue is here. Let's continue. TerraMind's official website says the AI-powered software enables proactive protection against insider threats, data breaches, productivity inefficiencies, and compliance challenges. Builder Rocket Boy CEO Mark Gerhard has previously claimed that organized espionage and corporate sabotage were among the main reasons for the poor launch suffered by Mind's Eye, which we all know is bullshit, which was the lowest rated game on Metacritic last year with a score of 39 on PC and 28 on PS5. Yo! 28! That is low. That is very low. In a statement about the legal action, the IWGB Workers Union said it alleges that BARB's use of software violates both data protection laws and the workforce basic dignity, exceeding the legitimate remit of monitoring workers' productivity or safeguarding the company's security by recording individuals in their homes and without their consent. Listen, if you're working from home, technically they can monitor you because you're working from home. And as far as without their consent is confirmed, I hope they were sure to check the terms and conditions of their contracts. Otherwise, they're just wasting money with their lawyers. Quote, in an internal meeting which was leaked to the press, bosses Mark Gerhard and Leslie Benzes confirmed that the software TerraMind had been installed without workers' knowledge. Oh. Hold on. Let's read this again. In an internal meeting which was leaked to the press, bosses Mark Gerhard and Leslie Benzes confirmed that the software TerraMind had been installed without workers' knowledge. Oh, these guys are fucked. They are fucked. The program tracks users' keystrokes, records screen activity, and captures microphone audio. Oh no. Shit. I hope they have some money. I hope they made some money, because they're going to have to pay out everyone. They're going to have to pay everyone out. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. Fuck. This is the second instance of the IWGB filing legal action against Builder Rocket Boy. The first was announced in October 2025, where it accused the studio of failure to carry out fair consultation ahead of redundancies, as well as multiple cases of unfair dismissal, estimating that a UK majority of 250 to 300 workers across the company had been laid off. In an interview with GamesBeat earlier this month, Gerhard claimed there had been an orchestrated campaign against the company and that authorities were now looking into it. We already spoke about this. Again, it's just like these 40 people that are suing Gerhard's company. It's like them coming out and saying that there's been some issue with Gerhard's company and all of us, and the authorities are pursuing and they're looking into it. Shut the fuck up. When you have something concrete, you sue. That's what you do. You sue, which is what your employees are doing against you, which is what you're not doing against Rockstar, which is what you're not doing against your employees. So take the L and keep it pushing. No, I'm not even reading his quote. I'm not even reading what Gerhard had to say. Fuck him. Monitoring people monitoring their keystrokes without their consent. This is wild. Also, the color blue is orc lucky color. So now you, what's this? So now you know why the ultramarine always survive. The unluckiest commissar is indeed CFS Kane. Okay, yeah, he's the unluckiest one. He's the unluckiest one. Anyways, Mind's Eye. What a terrible story. Like, we all thought this is the longest L. The longest running L recently. It's wild. It's wild how many L's these guys can take, and they're still running. You would think that at some point they just shut it all down, but they keep going. All right, guys, keep going. Single player spin-off Splatoon Raiders comes to Nintendo Switch 2 this summer. I thought this was interesting because, like, I'm not a fan of Splatoon, but I've seen the gameplay, and one thing that always hit me was like, I think a campaign would be nice. I think a campaign of this game could make boku dollars or yen, and clearly Nintendo thought the same. The game, which was announced last year, is due to be released on Nintendo Switch. Do we have gameplay? Hold on, let me check on YouTube. What's it called? What's the game called? Splatoon Raiders. All right, hold on. Splatoon Raiders. Alright, we have the official Nintendo thing here. Share this tab. Alright, here we go. Splatoon Raiders. Alright, we all know how Nintendo can be, so we're not going to play the audio. I don't even care. Like, no. Obviously, the characters don't speak, right? Hold on, let me just confirm that there's no audio. Of course, there's no audio. In a world with AI audio, guys, we're still getting non-voiced characters. Picking the hair. All right, buddy. Sure, whatever. What's it? A single-player focused Splatoon game. With your little fish. Ew. That's what a boss fight looks like in this game. Yeah. So Splatoon's getting a single player game, and it's one of the most obvious things that they could do with the franchise. Even though I'm not a fan of the franchise, I'm happy for the people that are going to get it. I'm happy for them. Well done, guys. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy yourselves. Anyways, that's the show. That's the catch up. We still have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 articles to catch up on. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have another 2 hours for y'all, and we can hang out and talk about the stories that we weren't able to get to on bullsitting this past Thursday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.